What's up, guys? Wait for it. Oh shit, yo, what he got on? What he got on? Wait, this thing stay up for a second. God damn, bro. This is a real good start to the YouTube video. Puck Pro Media official merchandise. Turn me up. Let's go. So yeah, I guess Monday, right? Gonna get back into the groove of posting daily. My bad. I've been kind of just off on my schedule lately. I've been out and about all the time, so busy, etc. But in today's video, I guess I'm gonna go on a little angry rant about college, right? So nothing against it, right? I do believe that it's necessary for certain career paths for sure. But I go to school for entrepreneurship, right? So, like, you know, how dumb does that sound, first of all? So, the whole reason I go to college, right? I was running a business before I, like, joined college, I guess you could say. And I went to just more so, like, learn. Like, now, in hindsight, thinking about it, it was, like, a mix between the fact that I, like, still wanted to play hockey and I wanted to kind of have, like, a safety net as a background of like, okay, like people don't have to know about my business because I'm in college, I'm a student, right? So that was kind of just the mindset behind it. Like, you know, when my family asks, like your family will ask what you're doing when you're not in college. When you're in college, they just assume you're like, you know, going to school occasionally and partying and acting like a jerk off. Like that's like what's expected, I guess. So that was kind of just there for me. Like I was kind of thinking of it that way. It's like, all right, like I don't have to reach a certain level of success because I'm in college. Like people don't have to know how much I'm struggling, right? Because I have that kind of like, oh, I'm going to school as like a border, I guess, between what my actual not reality is, but like, you know, I run a business. And I really don't tell a lot of people at all. Like only if people ask or it comes up in some way. Like I'm not really going around telling people that I run a business. Probably 1,000 of the 1,500 followers, maybe 100 of them do know that it's me who runs it. So it's like, you know, it's kind of just, that's going to change soon when I start putting out my face more as like a face of the brand, but that's a whole nother thing. I always thought that I would have like when I first went into it, I thought it was so cool, right? And where I'm at now, like I would have totally been like flexing about it and like just being so like, oh yeah, like I'm doing all this cool stuff, which I am, but like I'm very not uncomfortable talking about it. I just like, I don't know. I understand how misunderstood entrepreneurship is, so I kind of just don't really tell people, or I don't go in depth at all about what I do. So yeah, college was kind of like just there, so people would just be like, oh, like he's a student. You go to any doctor's office, like a repeat doctor, they'll ask you like, oh, you're in school right now, like what do you do? Like, you know, they'll ask you that. I don't just go around like yapping about the fact that I own a business, right? So whatever, there's that. And it's recently hit me going into my second semester that, I think the first semester, which I didn't really hate, was that I was taking classes that I was interested in, right? So I was taking macroeconomics, I was taking entrepreneurship, and I was taking this class called like How to Succeed in Business School, which taught a lot about networking and stuff like that. And I didn't hate it, right? It wasn't, you know, but what people don't understand, specifically my parents don't understand, is that even then, school was not my priority, not even a little bit. I would miss assignments in school to do stuff for my business all the time, and I still came out with good grades. But like now, this new semester started, I have a little bit more challenging of a schedule. I'm in school on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm in school for like 4 hours, right? And those are 4 hours out of my day. Like how I see it now, those are 4 hours out of my day, 2 days a week, 8 hours a week. That's like a whole work day for most people that I could be spending working, moving my business forward, because that's the long-term asset, right? I went into school like with full intention that I don't plan on graduating college, because like what the fuck do you even do with an undergraduate entrepreneurship degree? Nothing. I knew that, right? I didn't go in thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get this entrepreneurship degree, right? It's just stupid. But I kind of told myself, I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna leave school until I'm making a certain amount of money per month. Now I'm like, it's just like it's sucking away from like valuable time that I could spend like pushing my business forward. And like I said, like the business is the asset that I'm really trying to work on. Like it's the priority long term. So I've kind of just like really been like thinking over like, why am I even going to school right now? And like I said, like I thought that it was pretty valuable from last semester, but I was really only taking away like the positive aspects of it. Like I wasn't like looking back a little bit about like how entrepreneurship was really viewed or is really viewed at like the school that I go to. It's just like I kind of feel like there's a false narrative around it, right? So what I mean by that is my school offers a lot of like, there's like competitions for entrepreneurs, like pitch competitions, stuff like that. We can get all this funding. Like I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars of funding for like 18 to 22-year-old kids, right? Which I think at first I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, what would I do with $30,000? Like, first of all, I wouldn't even need it because when you're at that stage of business, you don't really need that kind of money unless you're starting a fucking like tech company, right? So whatever, that's another little thing. But what I kind of have come to realize is that like that's all to produce like it produces the ideology that you need that to get started in business. And I just think that's so like I'm over here like actively operating a simple service-based business, right? Nothing crazy, but I'm like actively making sales, making money, right? So, and I'm in the CEO club at school. I haven't gone in a while because I've come to realize it's a little bit horseshit. But in the CEO club, guess how many people are like actually running a business? Maybe like 3. And like I know that. That's not me making assumptions. I know that. And some of the people, like I follow someone on Instagram, they have like business ideas, right? A lot of them have business ideas that they portray as a business. And I find that to be the most like ridiculous thing ever because you're not even, and this is no hate to them. I think it's what the system kind of pushes on you. Like maybe I'm severely overanalyzing it. Maybe I am. But like I was just looking on Instagram today of this one person who I follow who runs a business in that club at Rowan, right? And like very well regarded. Like this person won one of the competitions for like funding, like serious funding. And this person runs, I'm not gonna say what they run because I don't know who's gonna see this and I don't want to be a douche, but it's not something that they're actively operating. It's something that all this stuff has to go into leading up to it, right? So they're being used as an example when they're not like actively operating a business, which is like, okay, like that, like cool, like you're a go-getter, you're going after something, you have an idea and you're pursuing it actively, which is cool. But it's like, it's the whole like paralysis analysis idea where like this person isn't actively making any sales or anything, but they have merchandise, they're doing giveaways, they're like, oh my God. And the things that they were preaching in this club were severely out of touch with reality. And not even that, but like the things that were in touch with the reality were not being followed at all by these people, these founders, right? These founders at the CEO club. So like, I go on this person's social media specifically, and there's like 3 posts in the last month. Like, what do you do? 500 followers, they hide the likes on their posts. Like, why? I don't get why that's the example. I get it, people are trying, but that shouldn't be the type of person that's the example in this kind of a club, right? So whatever, that's frustrating. Also, to add to that, in the entrepreneurship class that I was in, like I was, to my knowledge, the only person actively running a business, right? There were other people who had business ideas, and the specific professor gave them significantly more praise, more credit, etc. Like, because they were out there going to these competitions, stuff like that. This kid had a website and he had an idea. Like, it's the way I'm saying this, I don't want to come off sounding like I'm salty or something. That's not my point at all. My main point from putting all these things together is that what I've come to notice is the idea of entrepreneurship at my school is pushed as such a false reality. Like, it's like the narrative that's pushed is not true. It's not like real. Like, there's not like one of the main reasons that I wanted to go to school was like networking opportunities, meet other people that were actively running things. There aren't really a ton. Because the people that are actively running things and winning are not spending thousands of dollars a semester learning from people who have not really done anything that they want to do. It's like, I don't know. I try to like say this without being harsh or anything like that, but I'm I don't know. Like this is gonna be my last semester in school. I just I don't see the like it's I'm lucky enough to be like my parents or my grandfather saved up money for me to go to college. I'm very lucky for that. I appreciate that a lot. So I'm not really bearing any financial blunt from it. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't want them to have to spend those savings. Like keep it for yourself. Like I'm not asking for that money. Like if I'm not taking college seriously, I think that's the biggest disrespect to that money. So I don't ever want to do that. But I'm also at a point where like I'm extremely busy with my business, and that's my priority. That's what I want to do long term. So why am I spending 8 hours a week, 12 including homework, on, well, no, 8 hours, wait, more than that, including homework. Like, why am I spending that on school? Because, like, last semester I felt like, okay, this is cool. This is, like, business-related stuff. This semester it's real school, like, math, English, and it's just hit me in the face. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I know where I want to be. I have an extremely clear vision of where I want to be. I have a set plan of how I'm going to get there. Why am I spending my time, like, learning about rhetoric, bro? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. My coffee's getting cold because I'm, like, yapping so long, but I don't know. And I've kind of, like, I voiced this to, like, my parents, and they're like, so is, like, Puck Pro, like, your main thing? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this has been my main thing. Like, I thought that they understood that I was going to college to, like, learn and not for a degree necessarily, but it's like, it seems like they're kind of pushing for me to stay in school, and I don't really understand why. Like, my bad. Someone called me, but like, you can probably tell by the way that I'm, like, talking. I'm kind of frustrated. Like, I'm frustrated with this. And it's just, like, I don't know, like, especially, like, the looking back on the whole way that, like, everything with the entrepreneurship was structured, I was just kind of, like, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm like, dude, like, this is, like, these people aren't running real things. Like, they're, and who knows if they're gonna go, like, there was this one girl who was, like, running a business, not actually making sales or this. Dude, this, by the way, this is so tight. I need to order a new one. So I mishapped with the size, but she was running a thing, and she's, like, 25 years old, going for, like, her undergraduate. Like, what, like, I don't, like, the people who are trying to get degrees realistically are not serious about business, because what do you, that's a general statement. I don't like speaking in absolutes, so please don't take any of this, like, the wrong way. I'm trying to voice my opinion, right? And I hate to make false assumptions about people or stuff like that. It's just, this is what I have observed. Dude, I keep getting cut off. But, yeah, this is just, like, what I've observed and how I personally feel about all of it, because I feel like I'm not getting anything from it. And I feel like it's just, as an entrepreneur, like, you need time to, like, actually move your business forward, bro. Like, it's, like, spending time writing essays is not really, like, in this sound, like, oh, people who, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just yapping at this point, but yeah, I do plan on this being my last semester of college. Like I said, I was going to go until I'm making a certain amount of money, but I honestly think by the end of this semester, I will be making that amount of money, so. And hockey, that just sucks. Like, I guess I'm just going to not play hockey, so. I mean, besides, like, tournaments and stuff. Men's League Warrior, here we come, but it's, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The time that I'm spending on school is not worth it at all for where I want to go, and I don't have to, bro. That was, like, so, like, I was over here, like, getting ready to do all this calculus homework yesterday. I'm like, and I just, like, I'm like, dude, you're in full control. Like, why are you spending your time doing this? Like, you don't have to do this. Drop the class today. Just drop it. I'm like, yeah, damn fucking right. Like, why am I spending my time doing this? Like, I'm actively running, like, a business that makes money. Like, it's nothing crazy, but it's enough money for me to survive, and that's only gonna grow. So why would I not, like, I don't know. And a fucking entrepreneurship degree anyway. Like, let's be realistic. What are you gonna do with that? So, I mean, that was never my intention going in, like I said earlier, but yeah, it's just like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm up to here. I'm really just, like, frustrated with this whole thing. I'm like, I just kind of had to come unleash it. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, and it also frustrates me, like, thinking back to, like, I really got, I kind of got, not like shit on, but like, there was just no, credation, I don't know what the word is. Like, people didn't really give a fuck that I was, like, running, like, if we compared my business and social media to those people who, like, ran the club, it would be a joke. It would be a fucking joke, bro, because, like, they're not doing the things that actually gets customers, because they don't have customers in the first place, because they're not operating a business that sells things and makes money, and, like, you don't have a business, you have an idea. And I don't, like, and I think that's intentional. I think that's intentional that they set up all these funding things and all this stuff, because then you give those kids that money, like, what are they going to do with it? Like, they don't know what they're going to do with it. They don't even know how to make a sale to someone. Like, it's like, oh, God, dude. I could go on and on about this whole thing, but I don't want to, because I think I could go down an offensive route to those people who do work hard, but I don't know. I don't have the most respect. But like I said, I also do think that's partially because that's what they've been told and taught. Like, oh, you don't need to actually start yet. Like, you should make sure that your website's fucking perfect first. You should make sure you have merchandise. Like, you should make sure, like, stop making sure and start doing real fucking business, bro. Like, fired up. I told you guys at the beginning of this video, it's gonna be a fired up video. So, whatever. That's it for today. I have to get ready to go to class. So fun. Let's go. College, go. But, you know, damn, I'm a little sick too. But, oh yeah, this is fresh. So, I will totally be promoting these on here when I drop the website. Crazy, right? I don't have a website and I'm running a business that makes money. Crazy, right? I didn't have to go spend 20 weeks perfecting it. Optimizing my SEO. Like, no. Stop paralysis analysising and just do business. Peace.